Hi, and welcome back to Wayne'sKitchen.com. Gord, it's good to have you back again with us.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while, yeah.
When's the last time that we cooked?
We were with Mexico.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was great.
So that was a good one.
Wonderful.
So now we're taking a different direction, and we're looking at doing cooking in castles.
And we're in a castle here.
Well, of course, it's my home, and it's a castle.
And every man's home is his castle, right? Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a 5-year plan that we've got for it, and our first year is in 2015. We're going to Italy, and so the impetus for all of our cooking from here on in will be Italian.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So Italian cuisine.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's good.
All
Cuisine,
right.
I like that word. It's a French word.
Okay, I know.
Anyway.
Well, it's all Mediterranean, European,
Okay.
maybe not.
Okay. We're going to start with a format, an Italian, traditional Italian format for a meal. And this would be like the dinner meal. Traditional Italian service would be in 6 parts. You have the antipasto, the primo, secondo, contorno.
That's like an Italian language class.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And then you have dessert, dolce, which is dessert, and cafe, which is the end of the meal.
Okay.
Okay, that usually ends up with an espresso.
So what are we doing tonight then?
So we're going to focus on 2 parts of that six stage meal.
Okay.
And we're going to focus on the antipasto, and we're going to focus on the primo. And so the antipasto is something to nibble on. It could be a bowl of olives. It could be
Some meats.
Could be meats, yeah.
Yeah.
Some bread, some cheese,
Yeah.
and
Good stuff.
fennel.
Fennel, yeah,
Fennel.
salad.
And what, pray tell, Wayne, is fennel?
This is fennel.
Fennel.
We'll get to that in a moment. So then we're going to go to the primo, and that can be a soup, a rice dish. It could be some pasta, but not very much, just a little bit.
So again, that's not your main meal. That's still like the warm-up, right?
The warm-up too, yeah.
Right.
I like that.
This is sort of like a foreplay of a good meal then, right? You start off with a little bit of
yeah, I
some
think
nice, just
yeah.
to whet the appetite, to kind of alert your senses and
Yeah,
and
you
get
can have a
things
glass
going.
of wine and stuff with that
Yeah.
as well. Sure, absolutely.
Okay. So we're going to start with then the antipasto
Yeah.
and then the primo.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're here to keep me in line here.
I'm trying. It's a
Yeah.
6-part kind of event that we're
There's
looking
a
at.
lot to go on.
I know.
One of my good friends is an Italian fella,
Mhm.
and oftentimes we've been to his house and he served us
It's Angelo.
Angelo, yeah.
Yeah, Angelo, great guy.
Fennel
Okay.
dipped in olive oil.
Really?
And
Yeah.
fennel is a vegetable, this vegetable, that tastes like licorice, anise. It's got an anise flavor to it. So we're going to prepare that and see what it looks like.
Yeah.
And we just want to keep the white bits, right, for most of it. So
Okay.
we'll just
okay. So
cut
just
that
cut
off.
off that part. Yeah. Off to the side. Right.
Yeah, just put it off to the side.
Okay.
And then we'll cut that bit off.
Okay.
And then we'll just peel it
Okay.
because it comes off nicely. And just so we can have the pieces like that, okay?
Okay. So I think I did mine wrong. But that's okay.
However you feel. I mean, traditionally, this is the way that you cut it. right?
Okay. Okay. So I did it all differently.
But
I
you
did
know what?
not-
That doesn't matter because, you know, it gives a different perspective to what we're going for here. Just the olives would be fine. Just the caper berries would be fine.
Right.
And the cheese and the bread also would be fine on their own.
Right.
But if you get a group together, like there's studio audience here tonight, so like different tastes and
Yeah.
and,
Well, and again, like, that's why I want to know, like, if there's a sensitivity around pairing it.
well, you're asking hard questions right now.
I
Why
know.
would you do that to me?
I don't know.
Okay, Gord. So now we've got the antipasto
Yeah.
done.
It's all done.
And
Yeah.
now we're going to look at the primo.
Great.
The primo is the appetizer, and as I said before, you can use a soup, rice, or a pasta dish. And so we're going to do a little pasta dish.
Okay.
Okay. And so,
And you'd still all consider that as still part of the antipasto? I mean, it's not antipasto,
no,
it's the primo.
The primo, so this is
But
the
it's
appetizer.
still appetizer, it's still leading up to the main.
And so we don't want to make a whole lot of it.
Correct,
Okay,
yeah, so that's the trick then.
So yeah, and we're going to make something light, and so the carbonara is very, very nice. It's got eggs in it, it's got,
Pancetta?
no, it's called guanciale, guanciale.
This is the
It's
Italian cooking class
Yeah.
lessons.
It's called guanciale,
Okay.
okay, and it comes from the cheek of the pig, okay, and
Left cheek or right cheek?
I think both cheeks, because there's two. And so you've got fat on the top and you've got fat on the bottom. The fat on the bottom
Okay.
is a lighter fat, and it'll melt away while
Okay.
you're cooking it, okay?
Yeah.
And the fat on the top, as I explained earlier, is a little denser, and it crisps up with the meat part of it as
Right.
well.
And when
So-
Wayne was explaining that earlier, that meant like off take, right? We were doing some studio audience conversations here, just so that our
There's lots of
viewers understand.
conversations going on.
You did not miss anything, is what we're saying.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
So we want to chop this stuff up
Okay,
in little pieces,
great, okay.
and this is going to be cooked in the frying pan with
Okay.
olive oil until it's nice and crispy.
Okay.
Careful not to cut yourself. You notice I'm wearing gloves, Gord.
Yeah, I see that there,
Yeah.
Wayne.
Guess who cut himself earlier on?
Yes,
That would be me.
that's right. So we've taken good care to ensure that everything's good. All right, so then we have this all ready to go?
Yeah, we do. So we're going to put that here. And now we're going to cook the guanciale.
Right.
Okay. We're just going to heat it up, put it up to a high heat. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. Now I know it has its own fat in it, but also Italian product. And one of the best things that they do make is olive oil.
Right, but
Although they
extra
do it-
virgin?
Extra
versus-
virgin, yeah.
Okay.
And that's just, it's not so much processed, okay? And so now we're going to cook the pancetta.
I hear that. Got
We're
the
calling
heat up.
it pancetta, but you know it's actually guanciale.
Okay.
Now we're going to make the sauce for the carbonara, Gord, and that involves 3 eggs, actually 2 eggs, but I like to have mine a little creamier.
Okay,
So we'll put
3 eggs in.
3 eggs.
So that's like always again subject to taste, right?
Yeah,
Like some
pretty
people
much, yeah.
preference, etc.
Exactly.
Minimum 2, right?
And then we're going to add some Parmesan. And some nice freshly ground pepper.
Perfect. Okay, just whisk it up.
And that'll be your job, sir.
All right.
Go ahead. Nicely done. Okay, so having done that, that's going to go directly into the frying pan once we put the pasta in, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so now Gord, we're going to cook the pasta. And we have some nice boiling water, and we want to put some salt in, but we don't want to put too much in. And so we want to put the pasta in and stir that down. Okay, so Gord, now we've made the sauce.
Right.
The pasta is al dente. So we're just going to put that in. We turn the burner off because we don't want, when we put the sauce in, which is all egg, we don't want that to turn into an omelet. Okay.
Stir it quickly, and there's no heat. Just
Okay, so now we're going to serve it up.
like your little twisting action there,
Yeah,
right?
it just makes it
Look at that go. Pasta carbonara. Our primo. Beautiful, Wayne. This looks lovely. What's
Yeah.
next then?
Well, we're going to eat that.
Of course.
Okay. But next is we're going to talk about, in our next episode, we're going to talk about secondo and contorno. Yeah, it's these words, you got to get used to them. And that is going to be, the secondo is going to be the main course, and the contorno is going to be a vegetable dish that goes with it.
And where are we doing this?
And we're going to do that right here at wayne'skitchen.com.
All right. Okay. Looking forward to it, Wayne.
All right. Thank you very much.